I'm Vanessa Williams, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Welcome to the Broadway.com show, your weekly guide to everything happening on the Great White Way. Or, as we like to think of it, the only thing more fabulous than ice dancing at the Olympics. Let's kick it off with the news. What's the buzz, Beth?
Talk show queen Oprah Winfrey may be teaming up with Broadway goddess Audra McDonald to star in Marsha Norman's Pulitzer Prize-winning play Night Mother. The piece, which would be directed by George C. Wolfe, tells the story of a mother trying to convince her suicidal daughter not to end her life. So what if it's super depressing? So what if it won't bow until the 2015-2016 season? We've really missed watching Oprah and crying our eyes out. We can wait.
No spring season would be complete without a little casting shakeup. Screen legend Diane Carroll has withdrawn from the upcoming Broadway mounting of Raisin in the Sun halfway through rehearsals. The role of matriarch Lena Younger will now be played by LaTanya Richardson Jackson, the wife of Samuel L. Jackson. She's only 5 years older than Denzel Washington, who will play her son, but hey, there's nothing a little theater magic and stage makeup can't fix. Denzel and Nika, you guys are still in, right? Okay, we're gonna see you on March 8th.
Glee could sing so long farewell to the UK. In a David and Goliath court case, Mark Tuggan, owner of British comedy venue The Glee Club, has challenged the bigwigs at 21st Century Fox for trademark infringement and won. A judge ruled that Tuggan's potential customers may be put off by the association with the TV series. So that means everything Glee, including merchandise and music downloads, may soon be made unavailable across the pond. A spokesperson for Fox said that they intend to appeal. Don't stop believing, British Gleeks.
Who's ready to get pitch slapped? Anna Kendrick and Rebel Wilson are getting the band, well, the a cappella group, back together. The two Pitch Perfect stars have signed on to reprise their roles as members of the Barded Bellas in the sequel Pitch Perfect 2. Plus, Book of Mormon star Ben Platt and fellow troublemaker Skylar Astin both said on the record that they're also on board for the sequel, which is set to hit theaters May 2015. You can start rejoicing, Aka bitches.
Hey, I'm Lena Hall, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Thumbs up to Hugh Jackman returning to host the Tony Awards for the 4th time. He won an Emmy for emceeing the ceremony back in 2005, and we can't wait to see what he's got in store for us at the 68th Annual Awards on June the 8th at Radio City Music Hall. As we know, he only plays the big rooms.
Hedwig star Neil Patrick Harris is squeezing every last drop of blood, sweat, and tears into his performance. He's got no understudy, and he's promised us he's gonna go on even if he's too sick to sing, dance, or spit beer on the audience. NPH, we are psyched that you're committed to this role, but we've got to give you a thumbs down. By being an overachiever, you're putting a poor understudy out of a job. Mark our words, a week in fishnets, and you are gonna be begging for a night off. Don't say we didn't warn you.
Our tweet of the week comes from Kristin Chenoweth, our favorite pint-sized powerhouse. Kristin tweets, I just got home in NYC. Just realized I've been using hand towels as my dry-off bath towel. Hashtag short girl issues. Oh, Kristin, please be careful balancing on that stool to reach the bathroom sink. You can follow this Tony winner at @KChenoweth.
I'm Campbell Scott, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Give me a freak any day of the week. The Boy George biomusical Taboo returned to the New York stage at 54 Below this week, exactly 10 years after the show closed on Broadway. Boy George himself stopped by to see original cast members from the production back together again, and Broadway.com photographer Bruce Gleekus was on hand to capture the family reunion.
This week, the new play Bronx Bombers hit it out of the park on opening night. The love letter to the Yankees features a dream sequence where iconic baseball players from the last century all get together for a big dinner party. So we hit the red carpet to ask the stars and their friends which people, living or dead, they would want to invite over to their house for dinner. Check it out.
I'd choose like Jim Gaffigan, and I'd choose a bunch of comedians.
Galifianakis.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Mike Birbiglia.
Birbiglia.
I would just want to sit there and laugh.
I'd love to talk with Jackie Robinson.
Billy Joel, Marilyn Monroe, Oprah Winfrey.
Mark Twain. Bam.
I think Judy Garland would be fun to have a chat with.
That's what I was gonna say, Judy Garland.
Babe Ruth, definitely at the head of the table. John Lennon, Don Rickles.
Shakespeare will be there. Jesus will be there. Martin Luther King will be there. Malcolm X would be there. Gandhi would be there.
I'd want Albert Einstein there, Ronald Reagan, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, but then it's becoming almost too big a party, so I better stop there.
In last week's Smackdown, we asked which upcoming Broadway revival you're most excited to see, Les Mis or Cabaret? Well, the results are in, and 74% of you can't wait to hear the people sing again in Les Mis on the Great White Way. Phew, you can step back from the ledge now, Javert. In this week's Smackdown, we turn our attention to the heavenly news that Elton John is teaming with Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice to transform the duo's musical, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, into an animated movie. Fellows from Donny Osmond to Clay Aiken have given us their take on Joseph, but we think the animated dreamer should be voiced by one of our two favorite Broadway dreamboats, Jonathan Groff or Aaron Tveit. It's time to put up your tweeting dukes, Tveiter tots and Groffaholics. Tweet your vote to @BroadwayCom with the hashtag BWaySmackdown and tune in next week for the winner.
Our star of the week reached for the gold, and no, she's not at Sochi. It's Tony winner Idina Menzel. The actress who voiced Ice Queen Elsa in the hit Disney movie Frozen got a lot of good news this week. First, she learned the Frozen soundtrack went gold after selling more than 500,000 records in the United States. And it was confirmed the actress, who is about to start Broadway performances in the new musical If Then, will perform Frozen's chart-topping anthem, Let It Go, at the Oscars on March 2nd. Congratulations, Idina. Here you stand in the light of day as our star of the week.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of the Broadway.com show. Just in time for Valentine's Day, we will leave you with an exclusive music video of Norbert Leo Butz and Kate Baldwin recording the super romantic tune Time Stops from the Big Fish cast album. Just try not to cry on your keyboard. See you next week.